Hey guys, I regret to inform you that a divorce is about to happen. But not my personal divorce. Let me put these rings on. Y'all, my personal debt and my business debt has got to split. Irreconcilable differences. We can't do it no more. We can't do it anymore. So in November, the two will become their individual budgets. I can't do it anymore. It's too much. I overdid it in September. It's totally my fault. I can admit that. This is how we're going to handle this. So I have two different cash trays and two different pieces of paper in front of me. Now, I'm not going to do my November budget, but they do both have the same top priority goal. Split my personal and my business budget up. If they can't share anymore. That's the top priority. They're going in different directions. When it comes to my finances, that's intertwined into one, they got to split. They got to split. And the best way I know how to describe it is a nasty divorce, but I'm hoping that it will be a common sense. We can come to a common ground. I'm using the extended tracker that's part of my weekly cash stuffing planner that I purchased from Beautifully Me and You. And my business expenses, debts, savings, all of that, I found it's going in a different direction as my personal. And when the two combine, I tend to overspend because I'm thinking I got more money than I really have. When in reality, I'm spending money that should be focused on my businesses. I have a lot of different streams of income, but my streams of income, they don't supposed to carry my personal life as much as they are. And what I mean by that is with any type of stream of income, you still have to be able to budget it and separate the two because you have expenses. Every stream of income have expenses that go along with it. I have credit card debt, business-wise. I have needs of utility services, business-wise. But I also have that on a personal level. So that's why I've decided to break up the two and let them go their separate ways. And if you've been following my channel, you will notice that I've been doing a small business vlog here lately. And that's mainly because I'm going in the direction of making that separate from my personal budgeting. And that will make me not try to combine the two to create this long drawn out video. But this video is not about content. It's about breaking up these budgets. So this is what I've decided to do. As with a divorce, things get split in half, right? You split things in half. I didn't have my yard work stationery cafe when I first started my personal budget. I didn't have my Lifestyle Makes Sense online shop when I first started my personal budget back in September of 2022. That came along later. So ideally, anything that came along later tends to be split. Now, I don't know nothing about none of that, and I don't want to get into no big discussion or debate about who gets what in a divorce. I'm not doing that. That's not what this is about. But things as far as my savings that I've built using savings challenges and using money from my Yard Works Cafe and my Lifestyle Makes Sense, I think it's right to kind of split those, okay? So that's where I am. And I'm going to start with something that may not be the most obvious, but it is to me because I see it every day. If you all recall, I started a 100K challenge, Road to 1K. I managed to save $10,000. I started back in July 2023, and I saved $10,000. It's sitting in the bank, and now I'm starting on my next $10,000. The goal of this 100K challenge for me is to get me and my husband closer to paying off our house. So, of course, that's a personal expense. That's not a business expense. But I did use some of the money, a lot of the money, from my Lifestyle Makes Sense online shop to help build this first $10,000. So what I'm going to do, needless to say, I have debt on both sides. Both sides I have debt, personal and business, because like I say, September was like a chaotic month. And it wasn't just for me. I'm hearing that from a lot of content creators that they just kind of went haywire spending in September for some reason. Who knows? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just split it. I'm going to split it down the middle. I'm going to give, this is from the 100K challenge. I'm going to give my personal $5,000, and then I'm going to give my business $5,000. I didn't have time to go back and figure how much of this came from my personal pay and how much came from my Lifestyle Makes Sense and Yardworks pay. I didn't do that. I'm going to split it down the middle. Now going forward, this amount will only grow from interest. This amount will continue to grow in my book. The 100K challenge is a personal challenge. So I'm not going to be using it to grow my business. So this, yes, sadly, will be getting removed. Okay? We had to split it. Now, I do have $900 that I've saved as well. And again, I didn't want to go through saying, oh, well, 100 came from this and 100 came from that. I just didn't want to do that. But what I do want to do is I'm going to leave the 500 here, and I'm going to take the 400 and put it towards business. Okay? So 5,500 is where we are with our 100K challenge now. The next thing that I'm going to do is look at my business binder. Now, in my business binder, it was being used for business things, okay? So the only thing we had in the bank was for the taxes, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. $700 in taxes is what we have in the bank. So let me write that down. That strictly was, I know for a fact, from income from my Lifestyle Makes Sense, YouTube, and my Yardworks. So YouTube income will still be personal because I don't look at YouTube as a business. YouTube income will still go to personal. Lifestyle Makes Sense and Yardworks will go toward business. My personal renter property will go toward my personal budget. So that's where my incomes will be coming from. This will stay with my personal income, my YouTube, bartending income, decorating and planning income will all go towards my personal budget. My business budget will be strictly using income from Lifestyle Makes Sense and Yardworks. I put $10 into miscellaneous. This will go back to my personal budget because it came from my bartending income. I know that for a fact. I just did a budget. So this binder will be strictly used now on in my business budget. Now, as far as y'all know, I started a no spend calendar for my month of October. For now, it's going to be only with my personal. What about savings challenges? Y'all know I did start another savings challenge puzzle. Savings challenges will be for my personal business. I will not be doing savings challenges right now for my business. I'll be only doing it for my personal budget. $435 will remain in this pouch for my savings challenge, even though I know I did use some of the Yardworks and Lifestyle Makes Sense money to help fund that. I just started several different small challenges that I'm trying to finish up. And I know for a fact I did use some business funds to get these taken care of. So what I've decided to do, because I did finish up one of them, I'm still working on I finished up two of them, didn't I? Let me see. Yeah, I finished up Oh My God. And I finished up Play That Saving Music. So Play That Saving Music, I saved $45. And Oh My God, I saved $40. So what I want to do is take that out, and I'm going to put the $85 into my business. 20, 40, 60, 80, and 5. Okay? That will go to my business. Why? Because I used most of my Yardworks and Lifestyle Makes Sense money to fund that. The other money that's in here, I'm going to leave in here, which is 20, 40, 65, 66, 67, $67. I'm going to leave in here. And then I'm going to finish up the rest of the challenges and add them together as I mentioned. Yeah, when you're separating and getting divorced and all that, it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of figuring out. It's a lot of compromising. Rode with Snoopy. Okay. So my road with Snoopy, of course, that's personal because it's a savings challenge for one. But I did use some of the money from my Yardworks and my Lifestyle Makes Sense account to go towards finishing up this first gas station challenge. But I'm not going to touch this. This is one of those compromises. I'm going to leave this in here. It's all going to remain in my personal budget. What about my box? Oh, I need to write down that I transferred. In my bill buffer box, this, of course, includes all the bills from my household. It really does not include any business bills, but because it was built using those funds, I am going to go through and keep some and transfer some to business side. For as household goods, I won't be splitting that. Electricity, I will be splitting only because my new business budget will have an electricity bill because it's on my property and it's using electricity from my personal house account. So I will be, putting money from my business towards my electricity bill. So half of 34 is 17. I won't do that. What I'll do is just take the $14 and transfer it to my business and then keep the 20 in here. Ring security, I am going to touch because I have a security camera on my shed. And so it will be sharing my Ring security bill. What I'm going to do is take take the 20 and put $7 back in here. Vehicle upkeep. I debated back and forth about this because my business will be, I use my vehicle for my business as well. So I have to keep it up. It has 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and it needs $15 is what it needs. So I'm going to, let's see. What I'll do is just give it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll give it $10 and leave the rest in here. Subscriptions and apps. I have some of those that, let me see. There's only 2 apps that I use for my business. So I'm going to divide this as 20, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, and 44. So that's $22 that will need to go into the business. So, cell phone, yes. I have a business cell phone on my personal account. Right now it has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 88. 5 jumped in there. So $88, $44 will come out. I'll just take 45. Pest control, technically yes, but no, I won't include that. Water, trash, I am going to include trash because even though there's no water out there, I accumulate a lot of trash in my business. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's $22. And the rest will go in there. Dental insurance, no. Cable, internet. I'm going to do this because I use internet Wi-Fi for my business. So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. That's $12. That's $7 I get back. Lastly, the only last one we have money in is beauty and self-care. I don't need to bother this self-care because I do have my own in that. There we go. Woo. And these are empty. So what do you guys think? I mean, oh my goodness. Splitting up money, doing the most. My 2024 vision boards. And what I want to do is I'm not gonna split anything, but I am going to take out the debt rainy day that I had saved, and I'm gonna take out my future unknown. This was definitely an unknown move for me. I had no way of knowing I would do this. So to me, that's unknown. Even though it hasn't happened in 2024, this is for the benefit of the year 2024. This decision is. So I'm going to take out this, and of course I'm going to still build it, but I'm going to only be using my personal funds from this day forward because it's a savings challenge. And debt, yes, I have incurred a lot of debt on both sides, personal and business. So I'm going to continue to do that with my pick and pull. But going towards my business, let me see what we got here. You have 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 150. 1, 2, 50. That's 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So $230. Yes. So that will be going towards some debt that I have incurred on the business side, and I'll just leave the other in my personal and just continue to grow it back. Again, it's all about compromise. We all have to deal with compromise from time to time. Going forward, My personal budget will still carry my utilities, my credit cards, debt, my savings, my house bills, my savings challenges, my personal care, and my personal income. That's what will be used to fund all of this personal income. Now, mind you, I will be getting paid. I will be paying myself a bare minimum of something from my businesses. So that's not to say I'm not going to use any of my business money for my personal budget, because I will be paying myself similar to how I use my rental property to pay myself. I'll be paying myself. So I will be doing that. The business, like I said, I had the shed insurance. I do plan to continue to contribute toward electricity from my business. The business have a credit card debt. I have a personal debt loan that will actually go void now because I split that 100K challenge. You know, I had used my $10,000 from my other puzzle. I used that to help fund my Yardworks business, and I was going to pay myself back. I'm not going through that. That's a compromise. So I spent it. I see where it went. I'm not going to make myself pay myself back. I'm just not. So that's going to get marked off because I decided to split the 100K money that I currently have. Supplies, taxes, vendors, and wages. Wages meaning something that I will pay myself. So I hope all this makes sense, you guys. You'll see it in the future where it's broken down a little bit different. You'll see how I try to manage these things differently starting in November. Starting in November is when all this will take place, okay? So thank you guys for joining me on this occasion. And it's something that had to be done. We will see how it goes. And thank you guys so much for being attentive and your support in everything that you've done. Thank you so much. Until next time, you guys, this is going back to the bank to go into my business account. And this is going to be part of my personal budget for whenever I do my next personal budget. Okay? Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye, you guys.